Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. It is Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're all ready for a beautiful week. So, I would say put the intention to have a week filled with grace and ease in whatever you want to accomplish or whatever you want to strive for or a goal you want to set, but set your intention for the week. It is Monday. Happy to be here with you today. So, as always, we have a lot going on, whether it's internally or externally. And for many of us, the energies out there are making me feel overwhelmed for no reason. And it feels like I'm feeling like a lot of fear, and there's no reason to be fearful. So I take it easy today. I would take things slowly. It feels like today's one of those days that it would be very easy to spill your coffee on the way to work or stub your toe on the way out the door. It just feels like, the energies are going to kind of keep you off balance, and it's going to allow these kind of little distractions or interruptions get in your way. So if you're feeling particularly frustrated or out of sorts today, take it slow, take deep breaths, because it just feels like that's the energy. I just woke up really not wanting to function today, and I thought, well, that's not me. That's not me. So sometimes we have to understand that there's more at play than just what's going on in our own experience. So taking a time out where you can today to just breathe will be helpful. Good morning, Dorothy. Good morning, Mandy. Good morning, Kara. Good morning, V. All right, so let's see what the message from the universe is for us today. The most beneficial message. Cards are just trying to move out of. Okay. Whew. So the first card that came up was It's a Time to Heal. And I feel like this is a very specific situation in your life, that you do have something that you're harboring, you're holding on to, some grudge, some past hurt that's really kind of keeping you stuck. And that could be keeping you distracted today in the energies that are heavy and dense. So today I would say that if you find yourself ruminating on a situation of the past, or you're feeling like you can't get out of your own way because of something that's holding you back, it's almost like shore up your resources. Get out whatever umbrella is going to work for you today, whether that's doing a 5-minute breathing meditation in your car at lunchtime, or just being extra gentle with yourself. Maybe taking something off of your to-do list. Maybe there's something on your to-do list where you can say, you know what, that can wait another day. That doesn't have to happen today. But it does feel like it is time. It is time to be gentle with yourself. It is time to allow yourself the time and space for whatever comes up today. Trying not to force anything, I think, is what I'm feeling with this card. Don't force anything today. If it's not working out, then set it aside and come back to it tomorrow or the day after. But know that if something isn't working out today or going very easily, you're making phone calls, you can't get a hold of people, you're trying to accomplish a project and things just aren't working out, but set it aside. Set it aside and just know that today is not the day. All right. And that's okay. And that's okay, because intuitively, and one of the reasons that you may feel out of sorts is there may be things coming up from your subconscious. There may be intuition that you're receiving or feelings that you're receiving that you don't want to necessarily be feeling. When we're healing, we necessarily don't want to feel certain things. That's why we've been stuffing them down for a very long time. But today it feels like, whatever you're being brought to, whatever feeling is coming up, just kind of move through it. One of the things you can do is just observe, okay, this is how I'm feeling sad about the situation. I'm not going to get sad about it, but I feel the sadness here. I know what it's tied to, and I'm just going to move through it. I'm going to say, okay, I recognize it. I'm going to release it. I'm going to get in connection with my divinity. I'm going to get into connection with my power. I'm not going to let it stump me. I'm not going to buy into it so that it takes me out. I'm just going to say, okay, I feel it, and I'm releasing it. All right. So today it feels like there's just going to be a lot of things coming up where you're being brought to the feeling, the knowingness, I had some very interesting dreams last night. And so this doesn't surprise me when I saw these two cards come out right away, because I do feel like we are being brought situations that it's time to heal and time to just move through and know that, whatever whatever they've been in your past, however they've come up before. This is another layer for you to really let go of, because it is time for you to come into balance. It is time for you to come into the justice of, you know what, that's done. That's over with. That can't hurt me anymore. I'm not going to allow that feeling to take me to my knees. I'm not going to allow that feeling to take me out of whatever it is I'm trying to accomplish today, or whatever good feeling I'm trying to get into today. So I'm going to honor it. I feel it. I feel that, memory come up. I feel that experience come up, but I'm going to balance it out with, all the things that I'm grateful for. And, maybe the reason that this is coming up, whatever the feeling is, or whatever the situation is, maybe it's time to say, hey, I forgive myself. I forgive myself whatever decisions I made at that time. Yeah, it was not great. And yeah, I could have done better. But now that I know better, I will do better. And that's what the Justice card is bringing you. New opportunities of getting yourself into balance today, where you can say, okay, I see how I maybe could have been better in that situation, been more compassionate in that situation, not been the victim in that situation, not played the blame game in that situation, but I'm going to forgive myself for that. And I'm going to say, okay, I'm setting that aside, because it is time. It is time to step back and know that you're not that person anymore, that you are coming out of the cocoon of whatever that past situation was, whatever that past hurt was. For some of you, it's going to be 6 months ago. For some of you, it's going to be 10 years ago. Our traumas and dramas don't know chronological time. They know the feeling. So whatever the feeling's coming up, it's going to be important to acknowledge it and not throw it to the background or try to ignore it or stuff it back down because that happened 20 years ago. There's nothing there. Well, there is. If it's coming back up, there's still something there. And so honor that feeling. Okay, 20 years ago, I went through this situation. It made me feel shame. And I'm going to feel the shame. I'm going to allow the shame. I'm going to release the shame. I'm going to ask my angels to come in and say, I'm ready to let this go. It's coming up to be released. I'm going to release it. Maybe you're going to cry for 5 minutes. Maybe you're going to journal about it to get it out. Whatever it is you have to do, let it go. Because it is time to wrap yourself in the transformation of I'm not that person anymore. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Kara. So this is about you going into the cocoon of that inside space of, okay, whatever happened that long ago, however long ago it was, I'm not that person anymore. Because I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to forgive the other people. I'm going to be in gratitude for where I am now because I'm moving forward. So it's about moving forward through letting go of those old feelings. Good morning, Molly. It's letting go of whatever's holding you back, those emotions, those traumas and dramas. So for those of you who are feeling overwhelmed, for those of you who are feeling like you can't get out of your own way and you don't know why, you don't know what the heaviness is, I would say do a breathing exercise for 5 minutes, whether that's in your car, whether that's in the bathroom, whether that's in your living room, in your, outside, wherever you can get just 5 minutes of being by yourself and just breathe. And allow the emotion to come up, allow the feeling to come up, because for many of you, you might not even recognize that it's right there. It's right there. And it's there because it's time to let it go. And once it comes up, just release it and say, okay, I recognize what it is. I'm not attaching to it. I'm not buying into that old story. I'm just feeling it move through me. I'm going to breathe through it. I'm going to ask my guides and angels to come in and take this off of me. I'm going to forgive whoever in the situation needs to be forgiven because I'm ready to let it go. And I'm going to be gratitude that I'm in this place to release it. I'm in this place to be able to move through it and not attach to it. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to get into what is for me. And it's a process. And that's why this card is a slow moving card. It's not a fast moving card. Oh, you're welcome, Mandy. So whatever you're coming to is for you. And so for many of you, you're being brought to situations that probably triggered whatever this is still that's sitting on your shoulder, because you're being brought back to something that is for you. And last time it didn't work out so well, whether it was, again, 6 months ago, 20 years ago. but you're being brought back to it because it is for you. And whatever that lesson was then is what you can take forward so that you can know that it's going to work out this time, because you know better, you're going to do better. All right. So take some time today to sit quietly wherever you can, whenever you can. For some of you, you might be like, well, I can't do that anytime soon, but tonight, when I get home from work, or right before I go to bed after I take off my makeup, or after I, exercise, or after I get all the kids to bed, whatever it is, Okay, the advice to go with this today. Yeah, and the reason that you're feeling heavy and overloaded and out of sorts is because you're receiving intuition and downloads. So again, you're being brought to situations intuitively and downloads of information that you need. And that is overwhelming your system. And so that's why it's important to get quiet today, because they're bringing you the information you need to gain new perspectives and to be able to release old situations. And also to get the intuition about where you're going forward, what's going to work for you moving forward, that energetic shift that's going on within you. Some of you are feeling it and some of you are not feeling it because you're not in tune with it yet. But that's what's going on, and that's why you're feeling overwhelmed. So take some time today to honor what's going on energetically, because those intuition and downloads are bringing you information that's going to help you move forward in whatever situation you're thinking about or wanting or needing in your life. It's going to be giving you the information. Good morning, Elizabeth. That's why we're feeling overwhelmed today, because we have it, because we're getting intuition and downloads of information, packets of information energetically that we need for our life experience at this time. And for some of us, we won't recognize it right away, but it is going to help us in the near future to make the choices and decisions that are going to be right for us. And for some of us, it's going to be about moving away from things that no longer serve us. And for some of us, it is about forgiving past situations so we can move forward into new situations and it go the way it was supposed to go, or the way you wanted it to go the first time. So it's going to be important to not discount something that's coming around where it wasn't a good thing last time, or where you didn't win, you didn't make out, you didn't receive. All right. Oh, yeah, because it's time to take action. It's time to make the phone call. It's time to do the networking. It's time for you to take action in whatever you're being intuitively guided to do, because it's time. And that's what the intuition and downloads are about giving you the information and the way forward. And for some of you, it's giving you that impetus of, okay, this is the person I need to call, or this is where I need to go today. This is what I need to be focused on today. May not make sense, but Spirit's always going to lead you what's going to be beneficial for you. So sometimes we don't understand why we have, some days we wake up and we think we're going to do X, Y, or Z. And then all of a sudden it's like, nope, I'm going to do A, B, or C. I don't know why, but that's what I'm being called to today. And we've got to start following those nudges, those intuitive nudges. All right, I'm going to pick another one. So it's time to take action. Yeah, look at that, because you are. It's opportunity season. Look at that abundance flowing to you, just raining on you. But if you're not in a space of receiving and running with the opportunity, you could miss it. And that's why it's going to be important to take action, because the opportunities are flowing into you. And if you keep staying in that old story or paradigm of, I'm not good enough, it didn't work out last time. No, that was then. You got to stand in your power now. All right, so that's what I have for you today. So that was a good message for today. That was because I was feeling it. I was feeling it when I woke up this morning. I was like, oof, I don't want to get going. I'm tired. I'm cranky. And then some things happened at breakfast, and I thought, okay, it's not just me. The energies are a bit much. So, good morning, Lee. Good morning, Varying Redbeard. Good morning. This is a general message. So tomorrow night, Tarot Tuesday, if you want to join me at 7 o'clock, that is when I do pull cards for individuals. But today, this is a general message, so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest for those who it will resonate for. All right. So what do I have coming up? Okay, so this Wednesday, if you're someone that's been following me, you know that I do work with Sheila Tillich, and she has her Lightworkers Connection Circle. That is going to be this Wednesday night. So if you are looking for community, please think about joining us on that. You can get information on the Lightworkers Connection Circle at sheilatillich.com/events. And you can join us. The week after, I'm going to do my Guidance 311 gathering. So those of you who RSVP'd, I hope you'll join me on the 22nd. I did have to reschedule because of just family events and things going on. So thanks, guys, for allowing me last week to be a little quieter and let me reschedule some things because of family needs. So this Wednesday night, Tuesday night, I will be doing Tuesday Tarot as always at 7 p.m. This Wednesday night, we're going to be doing the Lightworkers Connection Circle with Sheila Tillich. That is a Zoom meeting. So please look on her events tab. It's a very minimal charge. If there's a charge, I'm not really sure. So take a look at that, please. And then on the 22nd, I'll be doing the free gathering. And as always, if you want a personal reading with me, if you want to learn about the integrative energy therapy, if you want to learn about my class that's starting on October 20th, that's going to start in just about 4 weeks. I'm so excited. We are going to do the intuitive guidance course. So please, 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 if you're interested in that, get a hold of me or book your seat because seats are going. So, and they're limited. They're very limited because it is an experiential class. It is not theory. We are going to practice. You're going to ask your questions. I'm going to give you the best answer I can give you. We're going to work with my team of guides, angels, and ascended masters to feel the energy. We're going to combine our energies and amplify spirit energy so that you can feel spirit, so that you can know that you can reach these experiences on your own. And we're going to talk about how to use cards, tools, aids, for those of you who are just new to this and really need some kind of validation or connection in a way that you can really trust and act on what you're receiving. So we do use cards. We will talk about card spreads. We'll talk about oracle cards. We'll talk about tarot cards. But it really is about getting in connection with your spirit of team of guides, angels, and ascended masters so that you can build that relationship, because it's a relationship. And when you can start communicating with them back and forth, that is living in alignment, unlike anything I've ever experienced. So we're going to start that on October 20th. So they are going to be Wednesday nights. They are a 2-hour meeting. You will get a replay of the meeting because we do a guided meditation in each and every class to help you feel spirit. And there will be homework and there will be handouts and there's all kinds of good stuff. So really looking forward to it. So guidance311.com/ or classes tab. Take a look at the classes tab. It is in the more section. But it's all there, guys. And if you have any questions, please get a hold of me. But we're going to start that just about 4 weeks. It's coming. I actually was laying in bed last night thinking about today and getting my calendar set and really looking at what I got going on this week. And I was like, oh my gosh, in 4 weeks, I have another cohort starting and I'm so excited. So those of you who've grabbed your seat, thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you who are planning on grabbing your seat, yay. But in 4 weeks, we are going to start this journey. So if you're being called to be on it with me, welcome, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys. Thank you for being here today. It is Monday. Take a little time for yourselves. Sending you so many blessings and so much love, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.